Hi, my name's Sybil.
And my name is Dad.
Today we have an uplifting Kenyan tale today.
Yeah, so this is a Maasai tale. So the Maasai are a sort of non-homogeneous sort of group of tribes that are found across modern Kenya and northern Tanzania. We do have to make a slight sort of reference to some of the potential noises that you might hear on today's episode. Dr. Ernest Finkel has lost another university tenure because he got into a debate about sort of Chaucerian tales with another lecturer and ate them.
And they didn't fire him after that though. He actually got that because they found out that he was using what's it called again?
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
for his essays, and also he kept leaving honeypots all over the place. So, not great. So this is a Maasai tale, and we've talked about some pretty unsympathetic men on this podcast. We've had Mr. Pepperpot, who the whingy man. We've talked about all of the various debt collecting gentlemen as part of our payback series. I'm sure that we've talked about some other horrible men at some point. I can't think who, but this guy takes the biscuit, I think. So this is called The Girls of the Knee. Once again, I looked through a list of Maasai stories and I picked the one with the weirdest name.
Okay.
So Sybil's going to take it away reading, and then we'll interject and say things.
Once upon a time there lived a cruel old man. His wife conceived, but as was his habit, the old man did not like seeing her take a rest. So she can't sleep.
Well, I think when she's awake, she can't stop working, even though she's pregnant. I mean, regardless of whether she's pregnant or not, she's
your wife.
She's your wife, yeah. Look after the lady, please.
Okay. As soon as she had completed one task, she was told to take another. No sooner had she completed the second task than she was commanded to take up yet another. This routine was repeated every day from morning till night, so that poor old woman, though pregnant, was kept on her feet each day until the early hours of the morning. So what is the husband doing?
It's a great question. I feel like he's a sort of tortured artist, and he thinks he's brilliant. He actually he's a painter, but all of his paintings are sort of that painting that you do when you're 5 of a house that is like big bold lines and the sun in the top right-hand corner.
Yes. And so many months went by. The woman persevered and kept on working, since her husband would never permit her to rest. She would wake up every morning before dawn to do the milking, after which she would lock up the calves in their pens. Having done this, she would scamper to the river to fetch water for the household, then firewood. It was also her duty to plaster the house.
I'd like to just take a pause here. So we might be talking about a different sort of form of building, but for me, plastering is something that you do once in a house and then you don't have to do it again. So I don't know if we're talking sort of, I believe the type of thing is called wattle and daub, where you constantly need to reapply plaster to the house. Sorry, do carry on.
Every single job around the home was supposed to be her responsibility, and as though that was not enough, she was often called upon to water the cattle while her husband rested at home. The old man kept pestering his wife thus until one day, overwhelmed with fatigue, she collapsed and died. Mm-hmm. She was 7 months pregnant.
I found this in Sybil's reading it for the first time on pod. So we're getting live reaction here.
Yeah. So the morning after his wife died, The old man woke up with a large swelling on one knee. Good for you.
Oh, well, buckle in, because this swelling's about to become very important.
Okay. At first he thought it was a boil, but the swelling grew bigger and heavier by the day until the old man could barely walk. After what seemed like months, the old man's patience worn out.
Just take a pause, because he can barely walk. You're about to find out what comes out of the knee, and from the title, you might have already realised what comes out
Girl
of
of the knee!
The girls of the knee, plural.
Oh no.
I feel like if I had a swelling in my knee that was carrying 2 children, it wouldn't just be like, oh, I can barely walk. It would be, I cannot walk. But go on.
So he took a knife and said to himself, since this boil is never coming to a head, I'm going to lance what may. What?
So lancing a boil is when you cut it to drain the fluid. Yeah, pretty grim.
And as he lanced the boil, to his great surprise, there emerged 2 adorable little girls. So they're not covered with pus.
I mean, it would be hard to be adorable when you are covered in pus, I think. You'd have to be next level adorable.
So what was inside that boil then?
Just 2 little girls.
Except... Oh wait, so they didn't get any food, didn't get any water.
Or maybe there was I mean, look, we're talking about magic children born from a man's knee. I think we can extend, but maybe there was amniotic fluid. Maybe there was 2 umbilical cords running from inside the man. We're not given the biological ins and outs here.
Amazed as he was this strange occurrence, the old man was nevertheless delighted at the arrival of his twin daughters. He named one of his daughters Nasira, and the other one, I don't know.
Have a go.
Noltau.
Sure, I would accept that.
Noltau. The old man brought up his daughters with a certain amount of difficulty. Whenever he went to fetch water or firewood, he strapped one child to his stomach and the other to his back. How young?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to suggest how old they were when they were born. Because it doesn't say 2 little babies. It says 2 adorable little girls.
So 5, 6 years
maybe
old.
5 or 6 years old. Born from the knee. And then because he's so controlling, he's like, no, I've got to strap you to my body while I go and work. Also, how's this guy surviving in the house? Because his wife used to do literally everything for him.
Yeah, I know. How is he eating? How is he earning money?
That is a good question. I mean, maybe we're kind of looking at somebody who farms their own cattle, has a self-sufficient sort of lifestyle going on. But I mean, he's not surviving that long if he's been totally dependent on his wife.
And now he has another 2 mouths to feed.
Absolutely.
He also carried the children while he was out grazing cattle. When he plastered the house, and while he did everything else, he endured many difficulties, but nevertheless succeeded in bringing up his daughters until they were big girls.
Big girls, bit mean. Endured many difficulties. I'm meant to feel sorry for this guy, the sort of objectively most horrible person. So, when they were big enough to be left on their own, the old man locked up the girls in the house whenever he had to go out. They remained there until his return.
Oh, wait. Going back to when they popped out of the knee. When is he going to tell them
that they were born from his knee?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Because is it hairy? And
a hairy knee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Surely he'd have quite a big, a lot of skin, leftover skin that had stretched while his knee was pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
So his leg would look pretty weird.
Yeah.
So when they were big enough to be left on their own, the old man locked up the girls in the house. They remained there until his return. When he came back, he would sing a song he had composed to alert his daughters thus. It had grown tender, but would not burst. My daughters of the knee, Nazira, Nol, and Noltau, my beloved ones. Let me in! It's not my favourite song I've ever heard.
Let me in.
It's not nothing to do with your delivery. On hearing the song, the children would immediately know it was their father and they would open the door for him. This went on for a long time. Then one day, some people from an enemy country came into the old man's village. They heard the voices of the two girls talking inside the house. They hid away in the nearby bushes to await the parents of the children whose voices they had heard. In the evening, the old man returned and sang his usual song.
It has grown tender, but would not best. My daughters are the knee, Nazira, no, Tau, my beloved ones. Let me in.
Now, obviously, we have to consider that there's translations to consider here, and maybe that song sounds better in its sort of mother tongue.
Yeah, probably.
But I also don't want to credit this man with having made a good song, because I think he's
evil.
He's a bad guy. The enemies listened to the old man's song. They spent the night in that country. Early next morning, the old man took his cattle out grazing, leaving the children locked up in the house. The enemies timed the old man, and on realising he was about to return home, they went to the door and sang his song, asking the girls to open the door for them. The girls did so, thinking it was their father who had returned.
I've just read ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's about to ramp up. Well, the girls did so, thinking it was their father who had returned. Thereupon, the enemies abducted the twin girls to their country.
It went from 0 to 1,000 in one sentence.
The old man arrived soon after, but when he sang his usual song, he received no response. Finding the door ajar, he entered.
Why are you singing a song to let them for them to let you in if the door's open?
I guess he doesn't notice at that point that the door's ajar, or he's an idiot.
Both.
That's option 2. He realised that his children had been stolen. He conducted a search for them far and wide, but to no avail. The old man had lost his wife and then his children because of his cruelty. And there ends my story. I'd just like to say, I don't reckon he searched that far and that wide.
Because I'm pretty sure, if they were enemies of the kingdom, they would have had to be
neighbouring country.
So, how far are you actually looking?
Probably not that far. I imagine we're talking about a lazy man. So, Sybil, if we were to rate this out of 5, what would you give it?
3.5.
3.5. Give me your rationale.
Because, I like the way it goes from 0 to 1,000, but I think what's made it lose a 1.5 is because of the images it's created.
Oh, what, of
the puss?
The puss girls and the sort of the pregnant knee.
They're not human anymore.
The leftover knee skin, that's really bothering me. The man's got a massively saggy leg skin. Also, I feel like he doesn't actually... Yes, he loses his wife, but that's because he's worked her to death. And then he loses his daughters because he locks them in the house all day. I don't feel like that's either of the things that happen actually give him any sort of repercussions. I feel like he isn't being punished through this. Really? Is he?
Kind of.
He's lost his daughters, but I feel like I want him to be punished in some way because he killed his wife. You know what I mean? So I might, if somebody were to rewrite a version of this story, if someone were to rewrite a version of this story, I would like them to, have him fall down a well.
Yes.
Potentially, or be
drowned,
or eaten by a whale. Why not?
Yes.
I would like some actual repercussions, and then I might up my score. But at the moment, I think I give it a 2.5. Not my favourite. Also, his song's rubbish, and he's rubbish. He's a bad dude. In the history of bad dudes, he's up there.
Yeah.
So we're in another week where we're not entirely sure where we'll go. We might do another African folk tale.
I'm reading this really book, a good book. I've just gotten the rest of the series. It's called The Maze Runner. So maybe I'll get Dad to read the first one.
Yes, that's a possibility. It's also our half-term week now, so we've got a bit more reading time. So maybe I can send Sybil off today with something of mine.
No!
Yes, well, it is my turn. I need a turn.
Yeah, well, your books are boring.
Yeah, but I promised to not give you a history book. Yeah?
You've given me one book that's good.
Which one's that?
Cosmogramma.
Yeah, Cosmogramma's great. So, by process of elimination, I can't give you good books. Right. So, we will see you next week. Goodbye.